The Planning and Development Authority of Grenada, PDA, is enforcing regulations to curb illegal, disorderly, and unauthorized development in several locations throughout the state of Grenada. The authority is concerned that structures mainly associated with vending are negatively impacting the environment, has undesirable public health and sanitation consequences, present obstructions to vehicle and pedestrian traffic, can become projectiles during adverse weather conditions, and generally affect the aesthetics of the nation. The PDA will work along with stakeholder ministries and institutions to effect the demolition, removal, and disposal of structures which fall in the category of illegal and disorderly development, commencing January 2024. In this regard, persons who vend in or occupy such illegal structures are advised to secure their personal belongings and have the structures removed ahead of the planned PDA demolition operations. These actions of the PDA have become necessary to safeguard and protect public health and the environment, ensure the safety and well-being of all citizens and visitors, discourage any future disorderly construction, and encourage compliance to regulations pertaining to physical development in the state of Grenada. This is a message from the Planning and Development Authority of Grenada.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via superb service. We are Superb Distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
In recognition of our nation's independence, we're celebrating the journey to 50 with an exclusive car insurance offer. If you are 50 years and over or turning 50 in 2024, our 50-plus car insurance is perfect for you. It's loaded with free benefits like loss of use, special perils, and windscreen cover up to $2,500. Getting to 50 is filled with ups and downs. Let's celebrate these moments together and look forward to 50 more. Call Beacon Insurance at 440-4447 or log on to beacongrenada.com to get a free quote today. Special conditions apply.
Diamond InterContinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches, and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen, Guess, and Klein, and G-Shock, all at the best prices in Grenada. We also buy scrap gold and offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays, 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond InterContinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit our brand new remodeled store or call us on telephone number 414-3114, 232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Excuse me, miss. What's that ding-ding noise?
Oh, that's customers collecting points from a frequent shopper program.
Okay.
Each time you shop with your frequent shopper card, you earn points, which can be redeemed for future discounts on purchases. Seems like you don't have one.
Nope.
You can sign up today and start collecting your points.
All right, of course, we'd like to say hello and welcome to everybody tuned into another Mikey Live program. How are you doing today? I hope that you had a good one. You work and everything like that. You're happy with what you did. You're proud of yourselves. You might have accomplished something today. Well, blessings to you. This is what we call news discussed, not told. We do not have a horse in the race, so we're telling you as it is, when it is, how it is, why it is. All right, and who's affected. Now, tonight, we are going to talk about some of the information that we got from the Royal Grenada Police Force. All right, as well. We are going to be telling you about the restoration of the broken water main at the General Hospital. Right in the middle of the program last night, I started getting like a text. People thought that it was a good time to tell me about that, you know what I mean? But I couldn't address that last night. So we actually going to be talking about that tonight. All right? The fact that there was no water, they had a water issue and how that affected patients and things like that. We'll talk, hold on, take all the time, man. We got a little shake-up. Some people felt it, some people didn't. We're talking about a quick. We'll also talk about that, all right? The National Netball Tournament. I'm going to be telling you about that as well. And we are going to be hearing from the Prime Minister tonight with regards to guns. Hearing a lot about guns. In fact, police made some charges relating to gun possession. Again, gun. Too many guns in this tongue. Man, too many guns. Who sang that song again? That was an old school. Too many guns. This one have a gun, that one have a gun. Man, they go kill each other for fun. And when the men kill the men. Was it Gabby that sang that song? I can't remember. Somebody tell me the man. Y'all have to know all the things too. Know all the history, why? You know what I mean? Yeah, so the Prime Minister addressed this. And guess what? We are on the doorsteps. We are soon going to be having gun amnesty. Just like St. Vincent and the Grenadines, we talk about that. There's no dancing around the business. This needs to happen. And so the Prime Minister says that it will happen. We just need to make the necessary legislative adjustments. And then for 90 days, gun amnesty. Well, we go talk about that, you know. Anyway, gotta let you know that Headlines was brought to you through the kind compliments of Courts, Grenada Limited, Digicel, Nawasa, Real Value, IGA Supermarket, Superb Distributors, Infinite Contractors. All right, blessings to all the sponsors. We've got the Beacon Insurance on board with us as well. Blessings to the Beacon, boy, and the PDA. All the sponsors on the business, thank you for being here. Taking a quick break. Remember, someone sharing tonight's program will receive some free credits, compliments, Digicel. That lucky person might just be you.
Infinite Contractors and Machinery. We are your one-stop engineering and consultancy company with experience locally, regionally, and internationally. We provide excavation services and engineering consultancy, construction of residential and commercial structures, civil works such as drainage, retaining walls, roads, concrete patio services, paving services, concrete driveway services, remodeling and renovation, painting services, styling services, and so much more. Ask about our rental services of excavators, heavy equipment, metal formwork, and steel prop. Contact us today via telephone number 537-9675 or email infinitecontractors19@gmail.com.
Plug into Digel Plus and get even more entertainment with Disney Plus included. The best of Disney, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, and National Geographic all in one place. Whenever you want, plug into Plus to enjoy Disney Plus and much more with a home fiber bundle. Sign up today. Digel Plus.
See this? This is water. Essential, irreplaceable. An average person uses 35 gallons of water daily, but sometimes we take it for granted. But what if, like during a hurricane, this faucet runs dry? That's why every household needs a water storage system. Imagine 3 days worth of water supply, always ready for emergency. And when you run low, nature's got your back. You can capture rainwater for use. And that's how you use nature's gift in a smart, sustainable way. So when service gets interrupted, you're not. Until our next flash of Nawasa wisdom, know your household needs and store a minimum of 3 days water supply. Stay Waterwise and see you next time.
This advertisement is in a series showcasing Nawasa's operations. Stay tuned for more in-depth insights into our services and initiatives.
So all having fun and realize that some people lose their thing and some people lose their thing and they realize it, you know. But anyway, the Royal Grenada Police Force would like to notify the general public that the Community Relations Department is in possession of the following items which were found at the KFA Games Athletic Stadium during the InterCall Games 2024. 3 cell phones. 3 cell phones. So if you lost your cell phone at the stadium, you want to check them because they might have it. 1 school tie, St. Joseph's Convent, Grenville. So what they're saying that owners of these items, you are invited to visit the Community Relations Department, Fort George, St. George's, in person to collect the items upon proper identification. I don't know how you identify yourself with a tie, but I small thing. Your phone is mine. All right, live ammunition training. Now, the Royal Grenada Police Force would like to notify the general public that there will be live ammunition training. It's going to be happening at the eastern or lower end of the Pearls Airstrip, St. Andrew, and it's going to be happening on the following days, Friday, 22nd March 2024. That will happen between the hours of 7 a.m. and 6 p.m. Sunday, 24th March 2024, between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. The public, in particular residents of Pearls in St. Andrew and surrounding areas, inclusive of animal owners, small craft, and boat operators, you are strongly advised to refrain from using these areas. All right, please, at least during the time of the training. Now, the other thing that we have to tell you about, boy, police have been busy dealing with gun-related crimes. Of late, this one have a gun, that one have a gun. Man flaming themselves with gun. Man shooting randomly in the vicinity of the police station. With confidence. With confidence. Man offering man gun on the street to buy. Gun. You understand? Gun. How did we get here? I don't know. But anyway, police sent us an update today with some recent arrests and so that they have made. According to police, Karim Gooding, 33 years old, is an unemployed individual who is of New Hampshire in St. George, was charged for the offenses of possession of a firearm and assault with a deadly instrument, and that's in connection with an incident which took place on March 11th, 2024. Now, in a separate incident, that will be on February 12th, he was also charged for maiming, damage to property, and threatening language. Now, according to police, Mr. Gooding appeared at the St. George's Magistrates Court on Monday, 18th March, and was remanded to His Majesty's prison. He is scheduled to return to court on Monday, 8th April 2024. In an unrelated incident, Karim Benjamin John, 29 years old, unemployed, of Mount Rich in St. Patrick, was charged for the offense of possession of a firearm and possession of ammunition. That's in relation to an incident which occurred on March 10th, 2024 at Grand Roy in St. John. Now, Mr. Benjamin was placed on bail in the sum of $15,000 with one surety. He is scheduled to appear at the Grove Magistrates Court on April 30th, 2024. Devon Halal, a 36-year-old fisherman of Fontenoy in St. George, was charged on Friday, 15 March 2024 for the offense of possession of a firearm and possession of ammunition. Mr. Halal, who was already on bail for firearm and ammunition charges stemming from an incident that occurred in September of 2023, appeared before the St. George's Magistrate Court on Monday, 18th March 2024 and was remanded to His Majesty's prisons. He is scheduled to reappear in court Monday, 8th April 2024. Y'all hear? And those are incidents that happened. We're not talking about police just going and raid and finding guns there. These are incidents, these are fines as in relations to incidents that took place. So you see how many. That is or should be an indicator as to how many more guns we have on our street. What is happening in this short space of time, spanning just about a year or so? Again, this one have a gun, that one have a gun, this one have a gun, that one have a gun. Like guns everywhere. Luckily for us, we have not heard many incidents where people have been killed. But never before in my reporting career, in my career in media that spans, 22 or 23 years, have I ever heard, well, save and except for during the revolution, have I ever heard about so many gun-related incidents in Grenada? A cause for concern and immediate intervention. Now, speaking of intervention, we did recommend and been knocking on the doors with this recommendation that Grenada implements some form of gun amnesty to get rid of the guns on our streets. Because it's pure madness. Grenada small so. Grenada little, we beat it. We can't be having, we just can't. We can't. And so, in the last press conference that was held by the government, the Prime Minister did say that they will be addressing it by way of a gun amnesty. Now, similar to that of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, 90 days. Within that period, when you are bringing in your guns, you will not be prosecuted for them. Just bring them. No questions asked. No prosecution, no questions asked. You understand? So Grenada's Prime Minister says that this is something that will be happening. They are going to be working on this as soon as this month, as soon as March, putting the wheel in motion so that we can get this underway.
So it is absolutely important for us to understand that culturally, we cannot support the presence of firearms except in the hands of law enforcement in Grenada. We have laid before the Cabinet for its approval with a timeline of taking to Parliament this month of March legislation to amend the Firearms Act to first offer an amnesty for a period of no more than 90 days to persons who may have in their possession or who may know of others who have in their possession illicit, illegal, or unlawful firearms and ammunition, to grant them the opportunity to turn in those firearms and the ammunition without being prosecuted. In order to do so, we need to amend the legislation. So we are taking necessary steps to get the policy approved, to have the legislation read and supported and passed in Parliament so that the amnesty can be granted. When the amnesty comes to an end, the firearms legislation as part of this process will be amended to significantly increase the penalties associated with illegal and unlawful firearms and ammunition. We are also going to have to significantly invest in safeguarding our ports of entry to detect the presence of firearms which have been imported into Grenada. We do not manufacture or make firearms in Grenada. And I've been quoted repeatedly as saying, that these firearms are imported from outside of Grenada and primarily from the United States of America. Not just in Grenada, but throughout the Caribbean and Latin and South and Central America. And so we have to do what we can, given that we're an island nation, given the porosity of our borders and the fact that we have several beaches, bays, and so on that people can access, to make sure that we can better patrol, protect, and reduce the risk of firearms entering. And criminals are quite smart. The firearms are oftentimes broken into smaller parts, smuggled and shipped in barrels, in conflicts, boxes, in all kinds of ways to disguise the presence of the firearms. And so we have to be very vigilant in dealing with this. But crucially, the statistics clearly show that it is particularly young men who are attracted to the use of firearms. And so it is important for us to develop the necessary social interventions to minimize the attraction of our young men in particular to the possession and use of firearms.
Thank you very much, sir. So that will be... Watch now. You're thirsty, so dog. Relax now, your time coming too. Hold on, man. So, thank you, Honorable Prime Minister. So we have it coming. And I see that people are asking on the live where the guns are coming from. Well, you heard it yourself. Most of the guns are coming from the U.S. So you know the U.S. they set up an operation on the in the Atlantic and things, so they say anti-narcotics, ting, 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 ting. You understand? Because the drugs coming from South America and climbing up to get to the U.S. So they have big operation on the high seas. But my question is, what are you doing to protect us from what's coming from you? You understand? What are you doing? You understand? Because we, as the Prime Minister says, we ain't making guns here. It's coming from there to get to here. You understand? But anyway. And how would you feel if we take measures? Like you are taking measures. If we as the smaller nations, this hemisphere, this region, take steps to prevent these guns from coming from you to come to us. You know what I mean? Anyway, we'll talk about that another time. So the gun issue is a big one. Let's see how much the amnesty will help with this problem. But my God, help us all. It is a problem. And I'm realistically though, what I'll say is we have had a lot of gun-related incidents, but not a lot of gun-related killings like we have seen in the other islands. Luckily for us, with ting, ting, ting. But we like the idea. It seems we are very attracted to guns here. We are still a good people, but we liking guns now. So we had to lower that, you know what I mean? So we will work on that. So while on the program last night, we're moving on. I got a message that kind of concerns me a bit. I kind of get a little itchy about it, because that can't be. It says, Mikey, I have a friend who had a scheduled surgery at the General Hospital this morning. They told her to be there before 7 a.m. because her surgery is going to be happening at 7 a.m. All right, she got up there just around 6 a.m. No nurse or doctor was there at the time. When it came to about 9:30 a.m., that's when a nurse came out to her and said that they don't have any water in the hospital. So they will have to reschedule the surgery for next Thursday. I'm like, nah, no sir. So I send the message, protecting the identity of the sender to the authorities. I don't get no response. That's small thing, I don't get no response, but at least I get a message. Yes? And so we are hearing from the hospital today, and I would like to share that with you as well. The Ministry of Health, and in particular the General Hospital's administration, expresses its deepest regret for the inconvenience experienced at its facility yesterday. Now, the disruption, they say, was due to a broken water main. While the issue has been resolved and services are back to normal, the ministry acknowledges that the disruption affected the normal flow of operations, including patient care, staff routines, and overall well-being. We take this opportunity to reassure the public that our priority remains the safety and well-being of our patients and our staff. We appreciate your continued patience and understanding. So at least this has been resolved. Yeah, I'm guessing maybe it was not something that could have been foreseen. I don't know, because you don't know when a pipe is going to break, or so, but I guess as much how that will come across for patients, going there and ting. So they have said that that situation is resolved, and so organized. So I'm happy to hear that that has been resolved. I'm here to talk about some of my experiences at the hospital. I don't know. I guess as much, you don't want to revisit, and that's apart from this. You don't want to revisit certain things because it traumatizes you. I had a traumatizing experience in the hospital when my second son was born. Likewise, my wife, and we have shared that with the necessary persons. But I also wanted to share for particular reasons, but not yet. It's been a year and some. Still can't share it yet because sometimes it's hard. It's hard. You understand? And I thought, okay, somebody like me, with that kind of face and with that kind of influence and with that kind of, we'll get to see the best. We'll get to see the best of the nurses and stuff like that. What I did, to be quite honest, and that is why sometimes people don't say anything, because you get to see the best of the workers and the worst. So do you highlight all the horrible experiences that you had and inadvertently overshadow the good ones, because that's what's going to happen, because sometimes people more gravitate towards the bad, right? We had the best delivery nurse you can ask for. What's her name again? Forget your name. Lalit. You understand? Lalit say, hey, I'll come when I'm just about to end my shift, Let me share that with you. Just when I'm about to end my shift. But anyway, we delivering that baby by 6 o'clock. I say, hey, what? Lalit is in good mood, boy. Lalit, she's excited, she's enthusiastic about her job. I was just about to think, but let me go. My wife at the time just contracted COVID from her son. And Lalit say, we will say, hey, no, we have, she has COVID. Yeah, okay, I'm wearing my mask, I can't scorn you. I can protect myself, but I'm not going to make you uncomfortable. I'm like, okay, that's different. You understand? The level of professionalism from Lalit, Grenadian nurse, And Lalit say, all right, I will tell you what to do. And Lalit say, all right, you feeling pain? Don't push yet. Hold on. Let me bear with it still. Think. When I tell you push. We're making our baby by 6 o'clock. Lalit there, right? 5 to 6, and Lalit bouncing, man. How you feeling? Mommy, you ready? Let me go. How you feeling? Pain coming? All right. Bear with it a little bit. All right. Tell me when it real, when you know that pain is a different pain. Why if you say, well, that one is a different one? Lalit say, all right. Baby coming now, we're going. First push, mommy, push. All right, but when the pain done, stop pushing. All right, pain done, stop push. Lalit say, all right, next pain, baby coming. I don't want to tell you Lalit bouncy, but Lalit bouncy so. All right, mommy, the next pain coming? Yes, all right, that is it, all right. Daddy, you ready? Mommy, you ready? Let me go. Push. Baby, come out. Just so. Like magic. Lalit say we're making our baby by 6 o'clock, and Lalit was joking. You understand? Lalit was on point. Perfect. What came after that? worst experience that anyone can ask for from the other nurses. And they would think that Mikey's son, like Mikey's child, like Mikey's wife, and ting. Boy, all you, let me be on with pizza and queue. Nothing so. It was horrible. Horrible. From the nurses, from who forgetting to do this, for who refusing to treat the patient because the patient has COVID. They ain't messing with that. You understand what I'm saying? They ain't messing with that. You know? To inexperienced doctors, they take into experiment on your child, joking your child 15 times, child balling down from Hailey Mary. Inexperienced. So they experimented on your child until the nurse go say, but no, doc, not so. You imagine that? Your child get juked until they give up. Inexperienced. Experimenting on your child. You understand? Ain't making it up. The kind of trauma. My child. To doctors just, well, not every, as I said, you know, you get the best of the best and the worst of the worst. Man just taking a child out of your hand like I was standing there with my wife and they were ting. And then I just see a doctor just come, not hello, not hi, not nothing, and just take the baby and go with the baby. No, hi mommy, we are going to go ting. And then when they take the baby and go in the room, all you hear child bawling. You can ask a question, you can't see nothing, you just hear bawling by watch. You understand? Madness. And listen, you have to hold your tongue, you know, because you don't know what they're going to do to your baby. You know what I say, well, Mikey, what do you do? You have to hold your tongue because you don't know what they're going to do to your child. So you have to hush your mouth and take it. You have to hush your mouth and take it. Because if you don't, you just don't know. They become spiteful. They don't deal with you. They mess with you. All right? And I'm telling you, they say, I am telling you, this is what I experienced, me with my big mouth. You understand what I'm saying? Then people don't even fear that they will become a subject of discussion. And I tell you, I don't talk about it because it traumatizes me. You understand? So I can only imagine what other people are going through. And this is not a no thing. It's not a no thing. It's been. But here's why it has been. We have had a situation where we have a shortage, quote unquote, of nurses, doctors. So we can't discipline nurses and doctors. We can't. Because if we do, it's like we are depriving ourselves. You discipline you discipline a nurse, you discipline a doctor. Then what next? You are with one doctor less, one nurse less. You understand? And they know that. They know that. So all you do is you could talk. All the hospital administration do is talk. Because at the end of the day, you can't do me nothing. You understand? You can't do me nothing. That's with my small son. Next time I will tell all about the experience with my bigger son, you know, which was more recent. Yeah, but that's enough. It's not about me. But I'm just saying, you know, we're moving. So today we had a little quick shake-up. We had a shake-up. And so some people felt it, while others didn't. Did you? All right, let me see if I can pull it up a little closer. All right, so look at righty. It happened just around minutes to 2 thereabout, yeah? A magnitude 4.8, which is significant if you ask me. You understand? The location about 32 kilometers off St. George's. It was at a depth of about, okay, so the actual location, if you're looking at longitude and latitude and stuff, it was latitude 12 degrees north, longitude 62.4 degrees west at a depth of about 115 kilometers. Well, you only see the actual location. That yellow dot that you're seeing there, that was the actual location of it. You understand? So I don't know if you felt it. If you did, all right. But I thought that one was significant. Good. Yeah, since I get a little flu and I'm taking off the AC, I know I'm sweating a little bit, but it feels better. You know, I feel like I gain a little vibes with the sweat, and when I cool, you know, I like to feel warm. You know what I mean? So we are moving on. How are we looking? So here's what. The National Netball Association, they are speaking of the Classic Lighting Caribbean National Netball Tournament 2024 that is carded for Saturday, 13th of April. Now, the tournament is set to start at 4 p.m. on that day at the Tanteam Netball facility. We're asking all to go and support the netball business. Among other things, the association outlines there'll be a colorful match pass which will involve over 20 participating teams. You'll have to go there and support. This year's tournament will feature 4 divisions, A, B, C, under 13, and a male component of it as well. So also to bring excitement in the games, there'll be the likes of defending champions in the A and the B division, Sprang Queen's Park Rangers, yes, and the top strikers in the male division as they vie for supremacy. So games will be played on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and as well Saturdays, and it's going to be from 6 p.m. So, Olia, yeah, go ahead and support the business. By the way, no one has gotten the reward of $5,000 for giving up live on date. All right. So people were asking whether or not someone was rewarded for giving the police information. To date, we do not know how the police obtained the information of the person's location. But last time I checked, no one got that $5,000 for providing information that led to the recapture of Livon Date. Will somebody get that money? I'm not sure. And even if somebody did, I wonder if we are willing to admit who did, because nobody wants to be seen as a snitch, right? You know what it is like. Anywho's, let us take a little thing here and come back. So let's take a little break and come back. We have the national report after the break, by the way. Listen, they killing me in the NR boy. But a small thing. I think it's because it's just returning. There's a lot to take place. So it's a little longer than the typical. So don't watch that, all right? Don't watch that. We're coming back.
The Planning and Development Authority of Grenada, PDA, is enforcing regulations to curb illegal, disorderly, and unauthorized development in several locations throughout the state of Grenada. The authority is concerned that structures mainly associated with vending are negatively impacting the environment, has undesirable public health and sanitation consequences, present obstructions to vehicle and pedestrian traffic, can become projectiles during adverse weather conditions, and generally affect the aesthetics of the nation. The PDA will work along with stakeholder ministries and institutions to effect the demolition, removal, and disposal of structures which fall in the category of illegal and disorderly development, commencing January 2024. In this regard, persons who vend in or occupy such illegal structures are advised to secure their personal belongings and have the structures removed ahead of the planned PDA demolition operations. These actions of the PDA have become necessary to safeguard and protect public health and the environment, ensure the safety and well-being of all citizens and visitors, discourage any future disorderly construction, and encourage compliance to regulations pertaining to physical development in the state of Grenada. This is a message from the Planning and Development Authority of Grenada.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via superb service. We are superb distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibbin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
In recognition of our nation's independence, we're celebrating the journey to 50 with an exclusive car insurance offer. If you are 50 years and over or turning 50 in 2024, our 50 plus car insurance is perfect for you. It's loaded with free benefits like loss of use, special perils, and windscreen cover up to $2,500. Getting to 50 is filled with ups and downs. Let's celebrate these moments together and look forward to 50 more. Call Beacon Insurance at 440-4447 or log on to beacongrenada.com to get a free quote today. Special conditions apply.
Diamond InterContinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen, Guess and Klein and G-Shock, all at the best prices in Grenada. We also buy scrap gold and offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond InterContinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit our brand new remodeled store or call us on telephone number 414-3114, 232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Excuse me, miss. What's that ding-ding noise?
Oh, that's customers collecting points from a frequent shopper program.
Okay.
Each time you shop with your frequent shopper card, you earn points, which can be redeemed for future discounts on purchases. Seems like you don't have one.
Nope.
You can sign up today and start collecting your points.
Anywhere at any time and have it delivered to you right here in Grenada at yogo.gd.
Contractors and Machinery. We are your one-stop engineering and consultancy company with experience locally, regionally, and internationally. We provide excavation services and engineering consultancy, construction of residential and commercial structures, civil works such as drainage, retaining walls, roads, concrete patio services, paving services, concrete driveway services, remodeling and renovation, painting services, styling services, and so much more. Ask about our rental services of excavators, heavy equipment, metal formwork, and steel prop. Contact us today via telephone number 537-9675 or email infinitecontractors19@gmail.com.
This is the GIS Evening Report for Tuesday, March 19th, 2024. I am Rakisha St. Louis. In the headlines, government to work with Canada to improve cybersecurity response. We'll have details to this story and more when we return.
Attention all poultry farmers. The Ministry of Agriculture and Lands, Forestry and Marine Resources extends an invitation to participate in a series of consultations regarding the 2023 revised National Poultry Policy and Work Program. Sessions will be held at the following venues starting at 5 p.m. March 19, Guava Fish Market Conference Room, St. John. March 20th, Deluxe Cinema, Grenville, St. Andrew. March 21st, The Canal Bailey's Backlit, St. David. March 26th, T.A. Marischal Community College Campus, St. Patrick. A national consultation will also be held on April 3rd at the Grenada National Stadium for stakeholders such as hoteliers, restaurateurs, importers, policymakers, financiers, and supermarket owners. Your input is vital in shaping the final policy. Attend and participate to ensure a successful national poultry policy which will benefit everyone.
Welcome back. The government of Grenada is working with Canada to introduce cybersecurity training as part of a pilot program to enhance digital protection and improve its cybersecurity response. Prime Minister Honorable Deacon Mitchell explained during a recent press conference that as his administration pushes an electronic and digital agenda with e-payments and e-business, it is important to make significant investments in protecting its systems, networks, and programs from digital attacks. He said under the pilot program, approximately 100 Grenadians are expected to be trained for 4 to 6 months remotely. Prime Minister Mitchell added that the training and by extension the program will improve existing systems within various departments and organizations.
We are not where we need to be. We need a lot more persons with cybersecurity skill set. To that end, the government has begun discussions with Canada. I met recently with the Minister for International Development of Canada, who since put me on to some personnel who are in a position to offer training on cybersecurity. We are currently significantly considering running a pilot where we would train 100 Grenadians in cybersecurity. We need to get the funding for it. The cost of the course is around 7,500 Canadian dollars. It's a 4 to 6 month course. The upshot of it is that we are guaranteed job placements for them immediately, and we're told the starting salaries are around the region of 25 to 30,000 US or Canadian. They don't have to leave Grenada. We obviously would need a lot of them to work just to address the cybersecurity challenges in Grenada. But that will be part of a bigger pilot. It's not just cybersecurity, it's full stack developers, engineering, software engineers, and all of that that we look into, because we are significantly under-resourced when it comes to finding personnel with the IT and the digital skill set to help us with the cybersecurity.
The Ministry of ICT, through its Cybersecurity Incidents Response Team, provides around-the-clock computer security response services to citizens. However, there is a lot more to be done.
We have an ICT department. It is not where the government has an ICT department. It is not where it needs to be. It has to be significantly ramped up in terms of resources, as well as personnel and the training associated with that. We are, and all of our institutions, from the Water Authority, the Power Authority, garbage collection, the Ministry of Finance, revenue offices, social services, or banking system, more and more of it is going online. And we need to make sure that the protocols and the safety and security measures is put in place. So the ICT department is charged with working with our regional partners, such as CARICOM Impacts, to develop the overall framework that will see us have a robust cybersecurity network to address the challenges. But cybersecurity, like our own personal physical safety, starts with us. And so the ICT department and the cybersecurity unit specifically has been putting out bulletins, for instance, advising all citizens who are online to activate things like two-factor security authentication. Simple things like having a password on your phone is a start.
Grenada is on track to host the 2024 KFA Games from Saturday, March 30th to Monday, April 1st at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. Deputy Chair of the local organizing committee, Aaron Moses, who was a guest on the GBN's program Beyond the Headlines, said they are comfortable with where they are at, with just minor details to be finalized. Among other things, the warm-up track will be resurfaced this week.
All the equipment that is required, including new additions, etc., have arrived in Grenada. We are utilizing the recent meets or national championship, the local primary school meets, and of course last week the intercollegiate championship, to expose and keep all our officials, you know, very current. A lot of training has gone on over the last few months, and we have been meeting with all our various committees, ensuring that we dot our I's and cross our T's. So we are almost there. We are very comfortable despite the many challenges. On this occasion, it has been different. Two of the main requirements of a successful KFA Games has to do with ensuring that you have good accommodation.
And that actually was going to be my question, right?
Your transportation works, and of course you deliver technical games at the highest level, with all your officials functioning at the highest level, the equipment functioning. But on this occasion, unlike the two previous occasions where we had a games village, where most of the, if not all the athletes were housed at one hotel, that was not possible this year.
More than 800 athletes will participate in this year's event, making it the biggest KFA Games. Moses highlighted some of the challenges the committee faced to ensure the successful staging of the 2024 Games.
We are housing our athletes in 14 different properties. Now that poses some unique challenges. Logistically, the transportation becomes more complex. They need to ensure consistency in quality, especially in the food, etc., utilizing a number of caterers. Some of those properties do not have kitchens, so we have to have caterers do the entire offering. It is the largest KFA ever. Approximately 800 athletes and officials, and that will be fine-tuned because, you know, some countries will add a few, subtract a few, maybe due to injuries, as the case may be. But we are 800 athletes and officials. Additionally, so far, about just over 400 supporters have committed to travel to Grenada, and that is not other visitors that we don't know about. There have been a lot of requests to point to Airbnbs, guest houses, but we're talking about supporters who are coming with their teams. As you know, the Bahamas is the largest contingent. They are coming with just over 200 persons. That's supporters. Right. Many other countries are doing the same. A lot of our affiliates are coming with the largest teams they have ever carried to our KFA Games.
The visiting teams all have their eyes on capturing the most medals.
We have some really high hopefuls. We have some newcomers that are going to be getting their feet wet. But I think the underlying certainly goal, aim, and objective is to expose our athletes to regional competition, certainly at its best, and let them see what is really out there, with the hopes that whether they medal or they don't medal, they do return home and they realize that if I'm going to be competitive at the regional stage and certainly to take it to the international stage, you know, I've got to bring my A game to my training.
We have a very young, inexperienced team. We have very little under 20 participation this year. So it's going to be difficult for us to put a quota on the hardware that we're looking to bring back. But this team never seems to amaze me. They rise to the occasion. It may be small, but we pack a punch, as Doc said.
We have some athletes that are exceptional, that are great prospect for gold or a medal, I should say. We have Tiana Springer, who you need to look out for in the 400 meters. We are also coming to defend our title in the 4x4 mixed relay. We have Atoya Harvey that will be competing in the 1500 as well as 3000 meters. So we're expecting medals in our event also.
The main stand is sold out. However, tickets are still available for the secondary stand and the bleachers. The Ministry of Youth and Sports congratulates the winners of the Republic Bank 2024 InterContinental Games, St. Andrews Anglican Secondary School SAS in the male division and St. David's Catholic Secondary School in the female division in what can be described as 3 days of excitement, fun and keen sportsmanship. Coordinator of Sports Curlin Peters commended the organizing body, officials and sponsors for the well-executed games.
We want to say congratulations to the Principal Association head by Mrs. Jeffrey for a wonderful execution and planning for the InterContinental Games 2024. For the Victoria School, the St. Andrews Anglican Secondary School and the St. David's Catholic, congratulations to you and your management team, your staff, your PTA. For all your other schools, we want to say congratulations and did well. I think the crowd was very supportive. The schools, the whole nation are still with the joy of your participation and your performance. We want to wish you all the best and the way forward as you prepare to host the KFA Games on Easter weekend. You guys did well, and it shows that sports bring nation, community, and persons together, which we promote.
The ministry's role in providing adequate facilities for local and regional meets is paramount. Peters says he's pleased with the level of support the talented athletes received over the last few days.
We at the ministry are extremely happy because we are putting so much work to make sure that the track is resurfaced so that you could perform to the best of your ability, and to see the product that you have displayed, the level of discipline, the level of performance, the level of support. We know it's all good to the sports of track and field.
The ministry also extends condolences to the family and friends of supporter of the 2024 InterContinental Games, Miss Vanessa Harford, on her passing after suffering a medical episode at the Games. This is the GIS Evening Report. When we return, we will look at the communities that will benefit from the WASH program this year.
Get ready to witness the ultimate showcase of talent, speed, and determination at the 2024 KFA Games. This prestigious event brings together the best young athletes from across the Caribbean, competing for glory like never before. With the motto, many people, one region, celebrating athletics, KFA embodies the essence of Caribbean unity through sports, igniting a flame that illuminates the future of sports in the region. Don't miss out on this incredible event, taking place at the Karani James Athletic Stadium from Saturday 30th March to Monday 1st April 2024. Get your tickets now at Grenadian Optical or visit gotofed.com and secure your spot to be part of this extraordinary celebration of athleticism.
Welcome back. 3 communities have been earmarked for the rollout of the Water, Sanitation and Hygiene WASH program this year. Abigail McIntyre has more.
Definitely the South will be embracing the WASH. And I can tell you the first 2 villages that we will start with is Montu and Grenada Valley.
WASH Baghdad, we're coming.
WASH Telescope, here we come.
Honorable Andy Williams, Dr. Tessa Sincere, and Honorable David Andrew were among key figures who joined Prime Minister Honorable Dickon Mitchell on a recent visit to the Belle Isle community in St. David, where the WASH project was piloted. The visit provided an invaluable opportunity for the delegation to witness firsthand the positive impact of the program on residents' lives, as well as to learn best practices for replicating the project in their respective areas. Honorable Andy Williams, Parliamentary Representative for St. George South and Minister for Mobilization, Implementation and Transformation, expressed his admiration for the newly completed washroom facility.
The finish. The finishing is really nice. It's not any second class, something it's proper. And I can see it benefiting people or villages that really have the outside toilets and so a lot. Now, as I walk through St. David's, I'm just picturing, let's say, Grenada Valley and Montu. I think that could be good for Grenada Valley and Montu area because it's an area where people, come down to the south and they squat and all these things. But we can look at surveying the lands, regularizing the lands, and also putting inside bathroom and toilet. In addition to that, we can also give them access to water because we have a lot of areas where people do not have the title for the land and they cannot get water, and water is a necessity. So with this wash program, it can bring water to the house, give them a proper, facility to use.
Former Senator Dr. Tessa Sincere highlighted the significant health benefits associated with indoor bathroom and toilet facilities, underscoring their positive impact on both individual families and the wider community.
Sanitation is one of the things I think we take for granted. When you do not have water in your immediate vicinity, chances are you do not wash your hands. When you have it, you're more likely to use it, right? And then we talk about contamination of food and all of that, and then we have all these, diseases that are, communicable diseases and so on that can be transferred or transmitted through poor sanitation. So this project is a really commendable one in my opinion, and I think having it piloted here is a good initiative. I've never been in Belle Isle before, so this is really an adventure for me, learning a new area, but I can also kind of look at the area and connect it to some of the areas that I have in my area, in my community. And this would make such a huge impact on people. Just the esteem coming from having an inside bathroom and toilet, this just has so many positive vibes emanating from it.
Honorable David Andrews shared his heartfelt concerns for citizens living in challenging conditions and expressed eagerness to initiate similar projects in his area.
My heart broke to walk into some of these communities that administrations have presided over for 15, for 20 years, and our people have been kept in those conditions. My heart broke to see that, but I'm happy that under this administration we have moved to transform community by community and bring to them these amenities that we think are essential for decent human living and existence. You can see there's a lot of visible transformation in some of the homes. When you see the quality of the bathrooms, in wall, nicely tiled, well outfitted, contrary to, in some cases, to what exists, but it lifts the profile of the homes, and that must do well for the psyche of the citizens in this community benefiting from it.
The WASH project, a flagship initiative of Prime Minister Mitchell, is aligned with his vision for a more prosperous Grenada, where all citizens can benefit from national development initiatives. For the GIS Evening Report, I am Abigail McIntyre.
Thank you, Abigail. To give recognition to social workers, March 19th has been earmarked as International Social Work Day. The Ministry of Social Development, Housing and Gender Affairs used the opportunity to engage staff at the Ministry of Social Development, counselors and students of the T.A. Marisho Community College at the Grenada Trade Center. This year's theme is Buen Bibir, Shared Future for Transformative Change, and marks the 17th year of Social Work Day celebrations. Finley Jeffrey, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Community Development and Housing, appreciates the enthusiasm and hard work of social workers. He said that social work is indeed the heart of advocacy.
As social workers, you represent the heart and the soul of compassion. You represent the heart and the soul of caring. You are the ones who tirelessly would advocate for the vulnerable, for those who are disadvantaged in society.
Minister for Social and Community Development, Housing and Gender Affairs, Senator the Honorable Gloria Thomas, addressed the attendees.
As social workers, you are tasked with promoting social welfare, helping people from all backgrounds overcome the challenges they experience, advocate for social and economic justice for members of diverse communities while embodying the social work ethics, code of ethics. These expectations are not to be taken lightly because the support and services you provide can make a huge difference in the lives of those who are in need.
Senator Thomas said the theme serves as a reminder that social workers are keen in transforming our communities and the lives of others. And given that goal, the government of Grenada commits to assist the social workers of the country.
I must state that Prime Minister Digel Mitchell, my cabinet colleagues and I are committed to doing what we can to empower all social services stakeholders to help provide services where they are most needed. However, there is still more that needs to be done to empower our social workers to be able to respond when required. Rest assured that we will do whatever is necessary to equip social workers with the necessary tools and resources to promote effectiveness and efficiency in the delivery of service.
According to the minister, there needs to be collective actions by communities, parents, and leaders to address the ills affecting our communities.
According to John Fitzroy Kennedy, one person can make a difference, but everyone should try. Therefore, we are all expected to make a difference by confronting the social issues in our communities to ensure a brighter future for the next generation. It is incumbent on all of us as citizens to do our part in helping to alleviate all forms of social injustice.
And finally, an upcoming root crop training session organized by the Climate Smart Agriculture and Rural Enterprise Program, SIAP, in collaboration with the National Insurance Scheme and the Ministry of Agriculture, Lands and Forestry and Marine Resources, will introduce farmers to a new variety of dasheen and tanya plants. This new crop was sourced from the Caribbean Agriculture Research and Development Institute, CARDI St. Vincent and the Grenadines by SIAP. SIAP's Climate Smart Agriculture Coordinator, Kenley Edwards, underscored the importance of proper training for farmers to ensure sustainable cultivation practices.
It's actually here in the market. Some of the supermarkets actually have it because there are persons who actually bring it into the country, import it into the country, and based on the size of it, the yield, it has some properties which I think could be very beneficial to our farmers. Moving forward, we will be doing more trainings with these cultivars. We plan to do so much more in the upcoming year so that we could have a good stock germplasm of these plantlets so that we could boost our food and nutrition security, but not only that, but increase our production on root tubers, particularly dasheen, as one of our staple crops.
Agronomist Troy Augustine, who has responsibility for root crops, will be leading the session. He explains that the leaf spot disease resistant variety will be utilized to establish a demonstration plot that will specifically cater to farmers facing challenges in cultivation.
You can see the variety, you can see how small it is. I mean, from that stage, farmers can establish it in the farm and get a dasheen that is 3 pounds or maybe a little bit more, depending on how you manage the crop. We want to stress on management of the crop. We want to stress on how to ensure that your yield would be at an optimum level. We want to specifically stress on the leaf spot disease. And 1 month down the road, 2 months down the road, you should be going to the field and seeing that the leaf spot is not affecting that variety. We want to get to that stage where farmers can be comfortable planting it because it's a purple variety. It's not same as ours, although we have two or the other cultivars with it, including the tanya. We just want to make sure farmers can work with it because that's what they use, that's what they do in St. Vincent. They work with those small plants like that and they will get the yield that is marketable. So if you're looking at marketing outside of the island, we have to look at how well the farmer can adapt to that situation and adapt to it.
The training is scheduled to take place at the Clogier Community Center on Wednesday. It is primarily aimed at current root crop farmers from Clogier, Belvedere, St. Omar, and Florida, and will afford them an opportunity to learn about the National Insurance Scheme and its new approach to self-employment. Due to a limited availability of plantlets, the training will exclusively accommodate current root crop farmers. That story just ended the GIS Evening Report for today. Recapping the headline, government to work with Canada to improve cybersecurity response. On behalf of the entire news and production team, I am Makisha St. Louis.
Well, thank you very much, Rikisha, and the rest of the GIS team, all right? So you know what's happening now, right? It is time for our weather, and of course the weather is brought to us by the Met Office. What we can tell is that the weather is expected to be generally fair and windy. Tonight's minimum temperature 25.5 degrees Celsius, and the winds easterly to east-southeasterly at 15 to 25 miles per hour, gusting higher at times, and seas moderate with waves 5 to 7 feet in open waters. A small craft advisory remains in effect. Looking at Wednesday, we can tell you that the weather is expected to be mostly fair, windy, and hazy, with light morning showers. There's a warning, moderate haze. The max temperature for tomorrow, 31.5 degrees Celsius, and the minimum 25.5 degrees Celsius. Winds east-northeasterly to easterly at 15 to 25 miles per hour, gusting higher at times. Seas moderate with waves 5 to 7 feet in open waters. A small craft advisory remains in effect for Wednesday as well. Before we wrap, we want to big up all the people who are currently on YouTube. All the people on YouTube, sorry, Anne-Maria, Ashley, the goddess, as well as Catherine. We've got Anne-Maria. Did I say Anne-Maria already? Ethelyn. We've got Marcus, Laverne. Who else? Jennifer, Marcel, Karen, my mom, Lintona, Keith. Did I say Laverne? I'm getting old. You know, everybody. Those of you who are speaking, those of you who are not, hello to you. We've got quite a bit of you on Facebook as well, so we're saying hello. Don't forget to share the business. We go tie up before the share the thing. All right, so we're encouraging you to go ahead and do that. We've got Doris, we've got Diana, we've got Javar and the sharing committee. We've got Kireen, we've got Barbara, we've got Bermuda. We also see that we have Jacinta. Blessings to you as well, Jacinta. Okay, Des, Fred, how are you? Zaka, Javar, Kathy, Michelle, Bernadette, Michelle again, Jean is with us as well. Bermuda, I see you. Milky Way. Java, hopefully that thing will get shorter going for Adore. Linda, how are you? Yvonne. And everybody else. Doris. And everybody else. God bless you. We'll touch base again tomorrow. God's willing. Same time, same place. God bless you. Until we see again. Okay? Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We all say, Ja. No. Blessings, blessings, blessings. May God bless you and your family. Again, I'm really hoping to see you guys with us again tomorrow. God's willing. We'll have more things to talk about. Take care.